breath here. Settle down.
Big amount of pressure.
Good by 5.
The move of the race so far.
I mean, come on, man.
Bring it home, buddy. Inside, check it.
Kyle Larson became the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion by winning the final race, the season finale at Phoenix. And it was a heavyweight battle. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott from Hendrick Motorsports, Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. from Joe Gibbs Racing. But in the end, it was a victory on pit road. The fastest pit stop of the day was the Kyle Larson crew. They went from 4th to 1st to win the race off pit road and to win the championship. But what details went into that victory? Let's go back and look at the final race of the season from 2021 in reverse. It's 312 laps in the desert is anything but straightforward. Martin Truex probably had the best car, and he was leading in the closing laps.
Unless they get a caution, I'm not sure there's a path that Kyle Larson can get up there and pass those Gibbs cars.
Yellow changes everything. These two have the best short-run cars.
When a brake rotor on the racetrack created a yellow with 31 laps to go.
Tyler, I just watched the brake rotor explode on the front straightaway, and there's debris all up there, high in the dog leg. Caution down here. Caution down.
A caution with 31 laps to go. Bring the leaders to pit road. Now it's all up to the pit crews. Can they perform when the pressure's the most?
10-4. We will be pitting. 5 away. Keep coming. Keep coming. Watch out for the 12s. You're going to be 4 tires.
Truex, the leader, not an awful stop. 13.1 seconds. Denny Hamlin,
2 and 1. 4 tires.
12.1 seconds. They celebrate, thinking that will be good enough, but it isn't so.
That was it. Straight out. Straight out.
Kyle Larson, 11.8 seconds.
Last run just too free for Kyle Larson on exit. He said, I cannot get back to the gas like those guys can. The crew lost some spots on the last stop. They have been the best throughout the playoffs. Let's see if they can deliver here, and they do.
Hard. You got it. Get there.
Incredible.
From 4th to 1st, a drag race to the line. Larson was the first off. But if he was pitting anywhere else on pit road, there's no way he would have blended in front of Denny Hamlin.
5, 11, 19, 9. Great job, fellas. Great job. Great job, boys.
So let's review the rule. The cars are scored at the pit exit line. As soon as you touch it, that's where you're scored. Kyle Larson, the leader, Denny Hamlin, second. But it wasn't just a fast pit stop by the 5. It was the pit stall. That was the difference maker. To understand that, we have to spin back 24 hours earlier, qualifying in Phoenix. As every sport in the world, NASCAR affected by COVID. The season was halted in 2020, and when it returned in 2021, qualifying didn't return on a consistent basis. But NASCAR knew to crown a champion, we wanted a full weekend. Practice and qualifying. The first qualifying session in 3 months. The rules for the Championship 4 are simple. They will pick their pit stalls before anyone else, and they will pick them in the order in which they qualify.
Elliott first, Hamlin 5th, Truex 11th. There's only 1 left to go as far as our Championship 4 are concerned. A 9-time winner, the Chevrolet Camaro. Kyle Larson behind the wheel.
It took a pole for Kyle Larson to have the #1 pit stall.
And here he comes across the line to the top, Kyle Larson.
It's not even close.
Pull.
That was a 1/10 and a half quicker than his teammate Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott qualified 2nd, Denny Hamlin 6th, Martin Truex Jr. 12th.
Really cool to get a pole and be good going from pit stall 1, so that's nice.
Now let's stop for a minute. With the pole, Kyle Larson chose the first pit stall. Why the first pit stall? Well, its location. No traffic in front, and the timing line that determines your position is just in front of it. So when the jack drops, the driver can slam the accelerator and go as fast as he wants with no concern about speeding on pit road.
Hard. You got it. Get there.
The funny thing about qualifying is when all the drivers were asked how important it was, they all almost shrugged it off. They figured it was the 312-lap race that was going to determine the championship. None of the drivers saw the importance qualifying would play in the race the following day. Kyle Larson's first off pit road, but that's far from a championship.
The Championship 4 will line up in the front 2 rows with a little mixture. Man, it's going to be crazy.
So here we have the Championship 4 in the championship race with just a few laps to go, covering the front 2 rows.
Now the 5 of Kyle Larson has track position. You cannot let that 5 car get ahead of you.
The 5 surging out front.
The green flag flies, Kyle Larson gets a great jump, Denny Hamlin turns left, cuts the dogleg, but in the end, Truex emerges off turn 2 in second place. With what appears to be the best car, Martin Truex Jr. hounds Kyle Larson for the closing laps.
Right bottom, inside quarter, still there. Clear by 4 back to the 19. Outside barely, clear up.
But as expected, Kyle Larson has already won 9 races. He's the favorite heading into Phoenix, and he would not be denied. Kyle Larson holds off Martin Truex Jr. and becomes a champion.
Kyle Larson, he's a Cup Series champion.
Yes! Hey Kyle, way to go, my man. Yes!
His first NASCAR Cup Series championship with a lot of help from his pit crew. No one lost the race. It truly was the 5 car winning it. The second fastest pit stop of the season. The fastest pit stop of the day. It's like every kid standing in his driveway pretending those foul shots are for the NBA championship. These tire changers practice, they grind, they get in a rhythm, and they hope it goes their way when it matters most. They all had good stops. The difference was the 5 had a great stop. That's how Kyle Larson and the 5 team of Hendrick Motorsports became a champion. And that's Phoenix 2021 in reverse.